Should he or shouldn't he? Many a boy is puzzled about just what a girl expects of him when he takes her out. He brings her home from a date, and she either seems scared about what he will do next, or she hesitates and seems to be waiting for him to try something. If he has not been out with her before, or if he has had little experience with girls, he just doesn't know what is expected of him. That good night kiss. Teenagers tend to agree that a first date is too soon for a good night kiss. Some sophisticated fellows say, "Sure, I try, but I don't really expect to get a good night kiss the first date." If such a fellow does get the kiss, he may wonder about how many other boys have also been so favored. This is exactly the impression a girl wants to avoid. No girl wants to appear too easy. She feels it's better policy to give a boy something to come back for the next time. Young people of both sexes tend to feel that a kiss should mean something besides just good night. College and high school students usually agree that kissing should be postponed by a dating pair until they're fond enough of each other for the kiss to have special meaning. Even though the first date is usually too soon for a goodnight kiss, there are important exceptions. If a couple have known each other for a long time before they date, they may feel that a kiss is appropriate. If the two persons have had an especially good time together, a good night kiss may be the only way in which they can express their satisfaction in being together. If the girl seems to want to be kissed, and the fellow is eager to do so, this too may be an exception. The proper moment. If the first date is generally too soon for a good night kiss, how well should you know a girl before it is all right? Is a question that boys often ask. This is a good question but difficult to answer, because the way two people feel about each other varies so greatly. With some girls a fellow will want to be amorous very soon, while with other girls intimacies don't seem necessary, or even desirable, even after long acquaintance. It's not just a matter of how long the two persons have gone together, but rather of what they have to express, which can only be communicated through kissing. Signs and signals. Boys are often puzzled about how to know just what expressions of affection a girl expects on a date. The girl's behavior is his best guide. If she leans toward him and looks at him expectantly, most boys assume that she wants to be kissed. Some fellows find that they can't rely entirely upon such signs of a girl's readiness, for when they try to kiss her she slaps or acts offended. On the other hand, a shy girl may not indicate her willingness, and yet want to be kissed. Asking a girl if he may kiss her seems to many a boy to be asking for a refusal. Sometimes a girl who would really like to be kissed is afraid the boy will think she's fast if she says yes. So, in general, it's best for a boy to wait until he knows a girl well enough so that he can interpret her reactions fairly accurately. That way his affectionate gestures will be welcomed rather than rebuffed. How can a fellow know how far a girl will go in the expression of affection between them? If he respects her wishes, he reads her signals and obeys her signs of distress. When she draws back or requests him to stop by gesture or word, he breaks the chain of love-making and gets back on a comfortable basis again. If he's a love pirate, exploiting girls with little regard for their feelings, he may get away with a few offenses, but sooner or later he will lose the confidence and friendship of nice girls. Sometimes a boy discovers that there are girls who make a game of love. They tease a boy only to laugh at him when he becomes affectionate. Such individuals, male or female, soon come to be recognized for what they are, and little love is lost on them. No boy wants to be ridiculed for his love-making. Fellows don't want to be rebuffed by girls they like. Most boys want to show affection to their girls in ways that will be mutually pleasant. Therefore the fellow does well to wait until he is fairly sure his girl shares his feelings before he proceeds with his wooing. Then he paces his expressions of affection to what seems appropriate and satisfying to both him and his date.